we have some big news to share with you guys. Hey guys, so we have some really exciting news to share with you guys. Sasha not only got in the newspaper, but we finally won our disability case against our town and our school system that Sasha's playground will finally be more for the disabled community, and we'll tell you a little bit more about it. So we are pretty excited to share the news because let me tell you, it's been a battle for almost 4 years to get to this point to be in the paper. If you're new to our channel, my daughter Sasha has special needs. She was born with a virus called CMV that caused her to have cerebral palsy, hearing loss, vision problems, seizures, sensory anxiety, just to name a couple of things that are going on in our life daily. So about 4 years ago, I approached our principal, a couple people within the town, and basically said, you know, our playground within the community, I will leave the link below to this because I don't want to go and bore you guys and read you a whole entire article if you're not interested. And basically I approached them, and as it said, you know, I thought about it since Sasha started pre-K, and I was a little bit nervous about her using the playground. When Sasha first entered school, she had a little less mobility than she does now, but she's still very spastic and tight and has a lot of unbalanced issues due to her cerebral palsy and her condition and the way her body works. And most of the playground is very uneven surfacing. It's wood chips, it's this level here, this level here. Sasha has a friend who is in a wheelchair, completely wheelchair bound in the school, and a couple grades above her. He cannot basically use the playground at all. You could not push a wheelchair through these wood chips. So I basically, you know, went to these people and said, you know, can we get a board together? Can you come see my, you know, I'm a member of the community, I pay taxes, my child goes to the school system. I wanted to voice my opinion a little bit and see where it got us, and basically it got us nowhere. I had tried in the beginning to go and approach it really nicely and just say, you know, hey, there's a need for this, can you come check it out? Basically this response was the principal looked into it. We approached a couple of different kind of playground venues. They came out, we showed them our ideas, they showed us cost. We actually had a company we chose. We put a huge board in our school lobby to let parents and the community be aware of the need for something like this to happen. I actually went over to our town selectmen and other people of our community that run things in the community and to be aware of this. And basically I was brushed off as a parent because unfortunately in our very small community there's such a small percentage of disabled children in the community that they basically thought I would either walk away from this or this wasn't really a big deal and we didn't need to worry about it. And if you don't know, when you are in a public type school setting, that actually when you get federal and state money for a public school each year from them, you're supposed to comply with ADA, American Disability Act, rules and regulations within the public setting, whether it's within the school or outside in the playground or adaptive sports even. And our school does not even still have an adaptive sports program. So I'm saying to myself, what can these kids actually go and enjoy? So I decided through our state to investigate and get a free advocate for Sasha to actually bring to team meetings to make sure, due to her IEP, that she was getting what she was supposed to be getting. I had voiced my concerns to our wonderful advocate who is still on board with us, and I still give her phone calls and ask her questions, and she told me to get in touch with this great lawyer, and she does nothing but handicap kind of compliance things within the community, public school systems. So if it's not under the American Disabilities Act and it's not made for public settings and it's not compliance with wheelchairs and mobility issues, basically this is what she does. I got in touch with Bonnie, she's mentioned in the article as well, and basically she told me this is a major problem. So the state took us on at a federal level, and I voiced my opinion, and they had a company come all the way out from California to basically give them a list of about 3 different pages of what was actually wrong with our playground from A to Z. Gaps, surfacing, you know, there was no ramps to get up to the playground. I didn't know it was this big of an issue and it would come down to this. So we actually finally just signed the paperwork, finally talked to a newspaper reporter after almost 4 years. I definitely encourage you to raise your voice if you're a special needs parent, if you're a disabled member of the community. It seems like people need to be brought aware issues such as this, otherwise they don't even seem to know that it's happening. And the more people you get on board and the more awareness you bring to it, I think the better results that you get in the end. So now they have to comply, as you'll read in the article, with making the handicap playground within our community. And no, I'm not talking about $200,000 like was mentioned in the article. But I do want some changes made. Better surfacing, better ramps for the playground, better, you know, swings, better activities for them to do, because you see these kids running around and then you see the handicapped children and it's just like there's nothing to do at our playground. So they actually have a whole nother year to comply, the crazy thing is, in our state. So we're hoping for great results and we finally won it. And I definitely encourage you to voice your opinion, make it be known. You know, say that our sidewalk is, you know, unlevel to be using a wheelchair. It's all about you making your opinion being heard. It's all about your voice being made out there. So I'm going to leave the article, like I said, down below for you guys to read. And hopefully, you know, in the future, it starts to get done here soon. They have made very small changes for Sasha. They have made, instead of her using the 6 stairs to get up, they did make a asphalt blacktop path around for her to get up instead of using the stairs in a wheelchair. And they have put 1 handicap swing up. Yes, in 4 years I've gotten a path and a handicap swing, and that's what they thought would basically get me to go away. But look up advocacy, look up free lawyers, look up disability cases. This is the first one that has been won in our state like this, with a public setting type school playground. Make your voice be heard, get out there, raise a little ruckus, and it gets you good results. So we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.